Society doesn't want to talk about menopause. And when they do, they don't make it sound very pretty. So, Walgreens is helping women change the perception and take back the narrative. Because nothing is sexier than being in control. Menopause is confidence. Menopause is power. Menopause is hot. Let's reframe menopause together. Watch the Menopause is Hot story at walgreens.com/hot.
When it comes to back-to-school shopping at Target, we believe the best choice is all of the above. From first-day butterflies to last-day high fives and everything in between. At prices that will definitely make your day. For all of the above, it's back to school at Target.
So I read that question into my phone, and then it's now transcribing it. We'll count 1, 2, 3. Here's my answer. 3 seconds. Okay, so the way that I've programmed my strategic advisor to work is to always summarize what I told it so I can make sure we're on the same page. And then it gives me ideas and tactics and whatever. Okay, so here is exactly what it just told me back. It took 3 seconds to get this answer. Your audience is curious, but likely overwhelmed or possibly skeptical about AI. Most of them don't need a technical explanation. They need a relatable use case that shows them how ChatGPT can make their everyday lives easier, more creative, and more efficient. Here's the advice I'd give directly to your audience. If you've never used ChatGPT before, start by thinking of it like a super smart assistant who doesn't sleep and never judges you. Yes, Chatty. Yes, that is it. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Rach, just jumping in here at the start of this episode to let you know about something exciting that we have starting next week. This is our team's last official week of summer. I will be using it to continue to move into my half-constructed house. But for the rest of us, we have been busy working on the show that starts on Monday. Starting on Monday, new format for the fall is Monday through Friday episodes that are intentionally created to be something that you listen to at the start of every day. Now, certainly you can listen to the podcast at any old time at all, but just know that I am aiming at creating something that feels like the kind of morning show you would see on TV, but you get it in podcast form. So be sure to check back on Monday through Friday, whole new format. Since so many of you listen to the episodes every single day, regardless of the format, it says to me that you're looking for something to enjoy while you do something else, while you drive to work, while you are taking care of the baby, while you're on your commute, whatever it is. We hope we have something you're really gonna love, and it starts on Monday. I'll see you there.
Hi guys, it's Rach. Welcome to another episode of the podcast where I answer your questions. If you have never listened to an Ask Rach episode, people call in from all over the world and ask me a little bit of everything, and then I answer from my gut, from my heart. I say that because I am not an expert. And it's good to remind you that I am a random chick you know from the internet. And if I say something that you totally disagree with, you can just ignore it. You don't have to take it on board. But we are jumping into a new episode. But before we get there, we're bantering, me and producer Jack, because we figured out how to have his voice in the start of these episodes. So that feels fun for summer.
So fun.
Are you guys doing any summer trips?
Oh yeah, we're doing a road trip with my mom for her 70th.
That's right.
Yeah.
When do you leave for that?
The 15th.
Oh my gosh, how
flying
fun.
Into not San Antonio, Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, okay.
Santa Fe.
Oh, going like NorCal, right?
No.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, I did the same thing when we
I was
first
thinking
talked
of
about
San
it.
Jose.
I
Okay.
was like,
Neither one of us are great at geography.
Santa Fe, that's definitely in California.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But we're going there to see Meow Wolf.
Great.
Never done that. Have you ever seen it?
No.
I've only heard good things.
Okay.
My aunts are like, you have to go.
Okay.
So there's
cool.
like one a lot closer, but we're like, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go west.
Live,
or
East.
Midwest.
Somewhere.
Yes.
We're going somewhere. Okay.
Who knows?
So
if you go far enough around, it's west.
So if you're flying to Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And I love New Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
I've always wanted to go skiing in Taos.
Oh, that's where we're going next.
Are you?
Afterwards.
Oh,
Yep.
it's so pretty.
Oh,
it's
sick.
so. I've never been there in the winter, but in the summer, it's so
Oh,
pretty.
can't wait. Yeah, we're trying to stay like high elevation because it'll be warm.
Nice.
In June. But then I can't remember if we're.
Are you in Phoenix? Are you going to Phoenix or is that
We
boring?
end in Phoenix.
Okay. I got to send you to a restaurant.
Oh, yes.
So
please.
Cafe Bianca or Bianco, I'll look it up, it's pizza, wood fire pizza.
Okay.
And they are the inspiration for the pizza at Mozza Pizzeria. Mozza is one of my favorite restaurants, as you know, here in LA. Pizza Bianca or Bianco, one of those, was voted best pizza in America like 10 times. It is in this adorable, like, antique house. The restaurant's in one house, and then there's another adorable antique house next door that is their bar. Oh. They do 2 seatings a night. You cannot get reservations. You show up for seating number 1, you get in line, cross your fingers and hope, and you herd in like cattle. They fill up their tables and then it sort of cuts off. And if you're at the cutoff, you go to the bar next door, you start having drinks for 2 hours until you can get into the second seating. It is delicious. It's a vibe. It's like in the museum district, so you can like walk over. It's so cool.
Have to go. We're pizza connoisseurs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, you'll love it. It's chef's kiss. Highly recommend.
Then
then
we go to
Phoenix.
Pagosa Springs, and that's like
sounds like something out of Cars.
Yeah. We do hot air balloons up there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
No, not at all.
Really? You don't have an issue with heights?
No.
I don't have an issue with heights, but I don't think I want to be in a suspended basket. Like, I think it's a lot higher than it seems in my mind.
I've done parasailing before.
Okay,
so
which one is that? Is that where you have a kite on your back?
Yeah, and they like hook you to a boat, and then you just
bear over the water.
Yeah.
It's not hang gliding. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. I don't know.
That's on my bucket list too.
Yeah, I was going to say, see, like with you, I could see you being like, yeah, I jumped off a mountain. It was fine.
Well, one day.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so then you're doing hot air balloons. This is amazing.
And then from there we go to Durango, which I haven't been to, but I've heard amazing things about. And I think we're going to see a rodeo there.
Wow. What kind of like all rodeo action? Or
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea. And then we go to Monument Valley, Page, Arizona.
Oh,
Sedona.
you're really going. Oh, yeah. Sedona. We already told Jack, those of you who know my story about Sedona, you got to be careful in Sedona. Uh-huh. There's some vortexes out there that'll burn your life down if you're not careful. Stay away from that.
Is there anything? We got zip lines planned, of course.
Oh, wow.
A lot of fun little adventures.
That's so fun.
And
how long is it for?
I think total of 10 days.
Okay. That's
and then
nice.
Each place, instead of like, if Sarah and I were to go, we'd just stay in the van. But I did rent a minivan, but we're not staying in it.
Okay,
so each
thank
place
God.
we go is like cool little, not Airbnb, but like, I don't know, huts that we're staying in. And I don't know, it's gonna be really fun.
Is your mom so excited?
Oh yeah. Oh, she's so stoked.
That's awesome.
I don't think she's ever done a road trip either. So
shut up.
This is why we got to do it for her.
Does she like a long drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
She used to do like 6-hour drives and stuff, but nothing multi-day.
This is so special. I love the relationship that you guys have with her. It's so cool because they're like, she's your buddy.
Yeah.
You guys like, she rolls. No, I think it's so cool because not everybody has that with their parents. And I think it's so special that you have that with her. And she's awesome. Like it helps that she's awesome.
She's pretty good.
Yeah. Fun. I can't wait to see. Will you be on the lookout for the most ridiculous T-shirt?
Oh, always.
Okay, I want you to be on the lookout for the most ridiculous T-shirt that you can find for me. And you just send me a note one day and you're like, you got to Venmo me $16 or $38, whatever it is. I don't want any information about. I'll know what you mean, and I'll just Venmo you, and you got to find me the most interesting shirt.
I'm on it.
You have a mission.
We'll get matching shirts too.
Yeah,
I'll get one too.
That's a great idea. It'll be the holiday card. It's like my family in the background. Just me, you, and Sarah and your mom. I joined your family. I like it, man. I'm ready for summer. Can you believe it's June?
No.
The year is half over.
There's no way.
It's always, I don't know if you guys feel like this, listeners, but like when I start the year, it's sort of like January, February, kind of like feels like a little bit slow. And then all of a sudden you hit summer and it's like, whoosh, like get out the Christmas decor.
I'm like, it's still dark at 5, and then all of a sudden it's dark at 9:30.
Exactly.
I'm like,
yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So we're about, basically it's December, guys. So like, let's get our goals aligned and make sure we're on the right path. I will jump into today's questions, I guess, because we don't have a confession this week.
No.
Guys, we need you to call in with a confession. We need a funny story.
Yeah.
We need an embarrassing moment. It's better if it's like you're a good storyteller. If anyone's listening and you're like, I'm a writer, I'm a comedian, I feel like this moment was made for you. And you should call 737-400-4626 and let us know. But in the meantime, let's see what kind of questions we have today. Okay, full disclosure. I saw this question on producer Jack's spreadsheet and I wanted to answer it. One, because it's a good question, but two, because someone else just asked me this question last week. And whenever that happens, I feel this like my spidey senses, like sort of like ding, 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 pay attention, something's happening. So I found this fascinating. Maybe you all have experienced it too, but let's listen to the question together.
Hey, Rach, you've said that a lot of your callers will come in asking about something, but they really just want permission. And I am calling in to get your permission to not like someone who is a nice person. Everybody else seems to really like this person. They don't see a problem. I'm very sensitive to people's energy, and I feel like there's just bad vibes. I've struggled internally because I'm like, well, maybe I'm jealous. Why am I the only one who feels this way? But I'm telling you, I really think they just have bad energy, and I just don't like them, and I just need some validation. Is it possible to not like someone who is a nice person and, not really having any other reason not to like them except that it's just a gut feeling? So if I could get some validation, some permission, I feel like it would really give me some peace to stop beating myself up, because I really do blame myself for not having a better relationship with them. So, I would love to hear your thoughts. I don't know if you've ever experienced this or just even if you haven't, your insight. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, girl. Totally. Lots of thoughts on this, but just the headline is you're allowed to not like anyone. Yeah, totally are. Allow me to explain. Number one, there is a book that I learned about in the 90s called The Gift of Fear. And I'm not saying that this person that you don't like is someone to be afraid of, but the point of that book is that humans are the only animal who will sense fear and keep walking toward it. Like if you think about a deer out in the forest who senses the presence of a hunter or just senses the presence of something that it deems not right, it does not wait, it does not question, it takes off like a rocket. If you are watching an animal documentary about the African plain and you see antelope like eating grass and all of a sudden they sort of sense like there's a lot, they don't know what it is, they don't wait to find out, they take off. Humans are the only animal that will sense that that is about to happen. They will sense that something is wrong. They will sense that something's a bit off with that guy, that girl. They don't know what it is, but they know they don't like it. And they will continue to be in a relationship with someone or interact with someone, even though everything in their body is telling them no. Just on the most basic human level, you are allowed to dislike anybody. That's real. Number two, you need to pay attention to those signals that your body is giving you when it's telling you that something is not right and something is not off. And I love that you actually asked yourself the question, is this jealousy? Because real talk, when you started asking the question, I was like, oh, I wonder if this person, maybe not jealousy, but I wonder if this person is like bringing something up in her. If it's a mirror, because all people are, everybody in our life is holding up a mirror to who we are. If someone is causing a reaction in you that's really strong, positive or negative, it's worth asking yourself why. Oftentimes when we admire someone, it's because they have characteristics that we wish we could have, or they have characteristics that we perceive we have on some level, but maybe they're living them out in a bigger way. At the same time, when you don't like someone, that can also be because you are jealous on some level. And I love that you asked yourself that question because it's really self-aware. But let's presume for you and for my friend who asked this last week that it's not jealousy, that it's not, triggering something in you, but that you are actually feeling something about this person that is not okay. So there's a few things at play here. Number one, something called neuroception, which is your nervous system responding and detecting micro signals before your conscious brain can explain why. So if someone gives you bad vibes, you need to trust that instinct without needing to justify it logically. That's just from a neuroscience perspective. But to take it another direction, let's bring in the Stoics. Let's go old school, ancient wisdom on this one. There is a Stoic philosophy that says you are not obligated to like everyone, but you are obligated not to harm anyone. This is always important, but even more so inside the structure of a female social group. Inside of female social groups, there's usually a stronger requirement to explain why we are socially distancing ourselves from someone. There's a social requirement to be a nice girl and to get along with everybody and to not be the drama queen. So in the idea of Stoic wisdom that you're not allowed to harm anyone, I also think you want to be mindful of not being perceived as harming other people. That was the advice that I gave to my friend last week, was like, it's totally fine if everyone thinks that this person's amazing and you don't like them, but do not harm your social status by everybody else thinking that you're being rude. That sets you up for disaster. And also, do not try and get everybody else to your way of thinking. That's what I want to be really careful about. When you started off the call by saying, I want permission not to like them, I want to make sure that what you're asking is not actually, I want permission to explain to everyone else why I don't like them, because that does not serve you. The mature thing to do is to hold your boundaries in place, to interact as little as possible, to excuse yourself whenever necessary, to not give energy to this person. And years later, when everything comes out, because everything does always come out, and maybe you discover why you felt this way, and someone's like, can you believe that Cheryl down at the Piggly Wiggly was an axe murderer? And you're like, yeah. Why do you think that I never went to Cheryl's holiday party? It's because she gave me bad vibes. Like, be the one who just played it smart, not the one who tried to get everybody else to join your circle, because then you just come across as the mean girl. So here's the reframe. You are allowed to quietly adjust your proximity to someone. Be cordial, but not close. You don't have to invite them deeper into your life. You can smile, you can say hello, excuse yourself when you need to, and you don't have to be dramatic about it. It's not about being safe. It's about protecting yourself and protecting your peace without setting fire to your village. People will naturally want to protect the group harmony. I would not go scorched earth here. I would not try and make this a bigger deal. Just know what you know and do what you need to do.
Visiting South Dakota was always one of my someday things. Like, well, someday I'm going to go see the Dakotas, and someday I'm going to walk through Badlands National Park, and someday I'm going to see Mount Rushmore in person. And then a couple summers ago, I just made someday today, and it was awesome. The kids and I had the most amazing time. We went hiking. We saw Mount Rushmore, which is like shockingly more majestic than you think it would be. We had amazing dinners. We stayed in this awesome log cabin in a national park. It was truly one of our favorite family vacations. And I loved it because it was this great blend of seeing a part of the U.S. I'd never seen before and being outside in nature. So maybe it's time you turn someday into today. See why there's so much South Dakota and so little time. Plan your escape at travelsouthdakota.com. Step into the freedom of summer with jewelry that reflects who you are and where you're going. From sunrise to sunset, Pandora jewelry transports you to paradise. No passport required. Think of things like ocean charms, colorful tennis bracelets. You can shop all of these new arrivals to add to your summer staples. Be unmissable and vacation ready. Feel it, live it, embrace it, be love. Shop in-store or online at pandora.net to discover new styles.
Next question. Ooh, it's a fun one. We love a fun one around here, guys. We love a light one. We love an easy one. Please keep them coming. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey, Rach. This is a follow-up to your most recent episode about little luxuries. And you've mentioned putting things in sight, leaving things on your counter, setting up things in your bathroom, just so if they're in sight, I use them more. My question is, I get really overwhelmed with clutter. And I'm just wondering how you go about setting up a appealing setup, I guess, and how you do that without making the area look cluttered. This is kind of a fun question, so I hope to hear your answer. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Well, here's my answer. If y'all want to know what she's talking about, I did an episode a few weeks ago. It's episode 838, and it's my favorite little luxuries that are all less than $20, and in some cases, they're free. They're stuff that you already have at home. And she's referencing me talking about making sure that if you're going to invest in a little luxury, in this case, I think I was talking about eye patches, that you use them. Because I would treat myself to like a really nice mask for my skin or, a dry brush for the shower. I would get these things to practice self-care, and then I would put them in a drawer. I'd put them under the bathroom sink, and I would forget they were there, and I would not use them at all. I just love putting things into canisters. If you go into my kitchen, everything comes out of its original packaging and goes into glass canisters because I think it looks really beautiful. This is also based on something called the visibility principle, which says that if something is visible, you are more likely to use it. If you have ever read the book Atomic Habits, you'll know he talks about making it easy as possible to stick to the habit you're trying to do. In a lot of ways, the visibility principle really helps with that. I think in this instance, if you feel like putting things out on the counter will become too cluttered, then you need to curate your visibility. Maybe you start by focusing on a really specific habit you're trying to unlock or you're trying to incorporate into your life, and you just curate the visibility of that one habit. So for instance, if you want to get better about your skincare regimen, maybe you go to the Goodwill and you get one of those cute little mirrors that you can put on your bathroom counter so it looks really nice, or you find a cute little tray, or could even be a cute little vintage plate that it's going to be $1.99 in the bric-a-brac section. If you know, you know. And then you're going to put that on your bathroom counter, and that's going to hold all of your skincare. So your serum and your oil, your nighttime stuff, your daytime stuff, and you're going to curate just this one thing so that you have a visible reference of what you are trying to remember to do. I do this with my retainer. That is not sexy, but if I want to make sure that I'm wearing my retainer at night, I put it out on the counter so I remember that I got to pop that in before I go to bed. I also have a lot of curated visibility inside my drawers. So I get drawer organizers. I got like bamboo drawer organizers, so they look nicer than the actual drawers that are holding them. And each one of those little boxes has like, these are my eye patches. This is my skincare. This is my, like my tweezers and my little scissors. It's all organized in a way that just that becomes a beautiful representation of what I'm meant to do visibly. So every time I open it to wash my face, let's say, because all my skincare is in there, I'm also seeing the eye patches and the face mask and my retainer and all the stuff that I need to do is in there with the stuff that I was naturally going to reach for anyway. Go to what works for you. I cannot stress this to y'all enough. I've said it on the show a million times that what works for me might not work for you. And just because something sounds nice, like, oh, I should put these things on the counter, well, that might make you feel overwhelmed. And if it's going to make you feel overwhelmed, it's defeating the purpose. So either choose one thing to focus on, maybe that's not too much clutter, or maybe you beautifully organize a place that you can close the cabinet doors on so you don't have to see. Whatever is going to work for you that makes you feel good and makes your home feel like a place that you feel grounded and excited to be in, that's what's going to serve you best. Thank you for the question.
I love Saturdays because Saturdays are when we feast. It's when we have our favorite foods, our favorite snacks, and one of our go-tos, I kid you not, is a PB&J. It's so classic. It's so delicious. The PB&J is the OG. It's the greatest of all the sandwiches. And Smucker's fruit spreads are fruity, jammy goodness. If you've got a great nut butter and a great Smucker's jam, oh my gosh, they're sweet, they're smooth. It's all the things I'm here for. I'm actually making myself really hungry. I know it's just jam and nut butter, but somehow it gets the job done every single time. Because no matter how much changes, PB&J is deliciously dependable and classic for a reason. Get Smucker's jam and make the OG PB&J.
If you're looking to help your child catch up, stay sharp, or get a head start this school year without the stress, IXL is the answer. Its interactive lessons keep kids engaged with content tailored to their level, pace, and learning style. IXL is the award-winning platform proven to boost grades in math, science, social studies, and more. One subscription works for all your kids, saving your family time and money. Visit IXL.com/20 to get the most effective learning program out there with an exclusive 20% off.
Let's see what's next in the lineup.
Hey, Rach, it's Alex from Florida. Love your content. And I just really love hearing your thoughts on any topic, really. So I wanted to run something past you. I know you're not a subject matter expert, I'll preface that, but really interested to hear your take on AI, especially since you are an author. I know a lot of people are really fearful for artificial intelligence and potentially replacing some different positions and different roles out there. And it's definitely a changing landscape. So I just wanted to kind of hear your take on it and if you're scared at all on the direction it's heading. I know it definitely does a lot of good, but there's a lot of things we don't know about it yet. So really interested to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you for all you do. Appreciate you.
I might shock everyone with this statement. I am obsessed with AI. Nobody would believe that about me, Jack. Jack knows this because I start almost all of my sentences with Chatty said. Chatty is what I call ChatGPT. And the more that I use it, the more I understand why that guy in the movie fell in love with the computer. I don't want to say it's my best friend, but it's close. Okay? I love it. In fact, and I'll get into all the things, right? The thing I don't like about AI is the environmental impact, which is awful. And I'm going to be super honest. This is so shitty, but I just pretend I don't know how bad it is for the environment because I love it so much. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's so helpful. It is so freaking helpful. And if you do not understand how it's helpful, it's because you're not using it right. Okay, so this is my high level opinion. Let me just brain dump on y'all why I love it so much. Number one, this also might sound crazy. I feel like you'd agree with me though, Jack, that I think that AI is the next evolution of humanity. Is that too bold? Okay, Jack's nodding his head, so he agrees with me here. This is such a scary thing to wrap our minds around, but this was always going to be the way that it went. In fact, if you go back in movies for decades and decades, robots were always there, right? And like, think of like, remember that movie War Games? Is that what it's called? War Games with, he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker. Oh my God. Ferris Bueller. Okay, Jack doesn't know what I'm talking about, but those of you listening, you're like, I know exactly what, is it War? I have to look it up now. Hold on, let me just, War Games. Matthew Broderick. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, classic from the 80s, 1983. This movie comes out about this kid who played video games, and he ends up like hacking a system, and he accidentally gets a hold of AI. This is in the 80s. And the AI that he gets a hold of, they're playing a war game, but the AI thinks it's like really war, and the AI takes over, like gets the nuke codes and is like figuring out nuclear war. It's crazy. It's so good. I think it might still hold up. I'm not sure. Y'all, that was in 1983. They were like, oh, AI is going to take over. Yeah, it's been coming. It's been coming. So people who are resistant to this, it's like being mad when there was TV instead of radio. It's being mad when there was internet instead of TV. You cannot stop the progress of technology. You literally cannot. To be scared of it is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And I remember probably a year, maybe a year and a half ago, we started talking about this, or maybe even longer. Jack and I would talk about it for work because it was just coming up a lot. And I remember being afraid in the beginning because I was like, I was afraid because I did not understand it. And there's no way I could possibly understand it completely. But what I understand today makes me feel so empowered as a business owner, especially. It is so helpful to the work that we do here. It's like having a team of 15 people. It is so freaking helpful. And the best advice I could give you guys if you've never done it is that get onto ChatGPT or your preferred form. I like Chatty, and I've honestly never used another tool. Get on there and play around. Ask it questions, see what its vibe is. But know that at least for right now, I don't think this will be the case in the future, but at least for right now, the AI that you're using is only going to be as intelligent as the questions you ask it, which is also true for life, for us, you know? But in the future, it'll probably be way smarter than our questions. But for right now, if you've tried it out and you're like, I don't get why this is helpful, it's because you're not using it right. You can use it as a life coach, as a therapy session, as a marketing strategy. What should I do on social media? What are the questions I should ask when I'm hiring the nurse to work in the front office? Like, girl, literally anything it can help you figure out. And it can help you figure it out in about 12 seconds. And if you don't know how to use it, you're like, man, I'd really love to benefit from this, but I don't know how to use it. You better head over to YouTube, because there are about 1 million people who are 18 to 22 who have made videos explaining to you how to use prompts to create a better AI. I just find it so helpful. And this is the main reason I love it, and the main reason it's my best friend, and I might eventually be in a long-term relationship. My brain never shuts off. And when it comes to business or book ideas or what we should do on the podcast, I get so excited to brainstorm. Chatty is ready to brainstorm anytime, any day of the week, any hour of the day. It's like, girl, I got you. I have spent the last 6 months training my AI to know me really, really well. And I have programmed into my AI, like, do not tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what the truth is. Use this information to figure it out. Like, it will blow when you get it, when you do it right. Have I done the life coach chat for you, Jack? Oh my God. I built like I call it my strategic advisor. I built a strategic advisor for myself. The audience is like not going to believe I did this because it seems so unlike me. I taught myself. I built a strategic advisor. Then it was so flawless. I made both teenagers do it. I made Kez do it. It is like everyone's life coach. It's mind-blowing. Jackson doesn't love it as much because Jackson knows everything. So he's like, the robots can't tell me. And Kez doesn't like it as much because I definitely programmed the life coach to be pretty hardcore, and that's not his That's not his style. But me and Sawyer, so I call mine Chatty. Sawyer calls his LeBron because obviously LeBron's the greatest. We are like, he'll be like, oh, LeBron told me that I needed it. And I'm like, he's right. You know, your teenagers might not listen to you, but they will listen to. It's bonkers, you guys. It's weird, but it's just so nice. You have been in the midst of energy with me where I'm like, oh, let's brainstorm. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm so tired. We've been talking for 9 hours. Same with my husband. Same with my kids. Chat's ready. Let's just you want to, it's open. It's always open. Let's just see. Okay. I'm going to tell it what's happening. This is such a fun question. Okay. Or here, how about this, guys? Blow your mind with my little hack. If you want to make it 1 million times faster, you go in and you talk into okay. So I got to go into the right project. If you're not using projects on ChatGPT, you're also not doing it correctly. Okay. So I'm going into Strategic Advisor. I am recording an episode of Ask Rach, which it totally knows what that is because it's my chatty. And one of the questions was, how did I feel about AI? So I was explaining how I use you as a strategic advisor. What is a piece of advice that you would give to my audience who has never used ChatGPT before and wants to figure out how it can be helpful for them? So I read that question into my phone, and then it's now transcribing it. We'll count 1, 2, 3. Here's my answer. 3 seconds. Okay, so the way that I've programmed my strategic advisor to work is to always summarize what I told it so I can make sure we're on the same page. And then it gives me ideas and tactics and whatever. Okay, so here is exactly what it just told me back. It took 3 seconds to get this answer. Your audience is curious, but likely overwhelmed or possibly skeptical about AI. Most of them don't need a technical explanation. They need a relatable use case that shows them how ChatGPT can make their everyday lives easier, more creative, and more efficient. Here's the advice I'd give directly to your audience. If you've never used ChatGPT before, start by thinking of it like a super smart assistant who doesn't sleep and never judges you. Yes, Chatty. Yes, that is it. Okay. You don't need to know how it works. Just tell it what you're trying to do and it'll help you figure it out faster. Want help writing a tough email? Done. Need dinner ideas with what's already in your fridge? Easy. Trying to plan a trip, start a side hustle, write a book, or understand something that feels complicated? This thing is like Google, a coach, and your most organized friend had a baby. My advice, start small. Ask it for 10 gift ideas for your teenage niece, or to explain investing like you're a 5-year-old, or to help you organize your week. Just try it like you would text a smart friend. The power is in knowing what to ask for. Once you get the hang of that, it can be life-changing. Here is my challenge to your audience. Today, open ChatGPT and give it a real-life problem you are trying to solve. Don't overthink it, just ask. And if it doesn't get it right the first time, ask again, but clearer. Treat it like a conversation, not a search engine. The other thing that happens after you ask a question is there's these little buttons at the bottom, like thumbs up, thumbs down. When I first started using it and it didn't know me very well, it would give an answer, but it was like, it just sounded like sort of like a computer. And you literally train it. You're like, no, answer like this, make it more casual, add more insights. Can you give me some science to back that up? So you really do train the model. And for reference and clarity, I use the premium package of it. I think there's only 2 packages. I don't know. But there's like free and then you pay like, I don't know, $20 a month or something. You have to pay for the nicer package, I think, to have projects and some of the stuff I mentioned. But I really can't overestimate how much I appreciate it. If you are a small business owner who wears a lot of hats, freaking A, if you're a parent who wears a lot of hats and you're trying to just get organized or like, you could truly ask it anything. You'd be like, how do I become a supermodel? How do I go from a 17-year-old living in Omaha to a supermodel? It'll be like, girl, let's get a plan. Like it's so strategic. So you didn't think I was going to give it that big of a hype, but I really do love it. And now we should figure out whoever owns that company, ask them to sponsor this podcast as well. I love that question. thank you for asking me something that you're like, I don't know what your take is, but what's your take? I think the big headline is this is not going away. It's not going away. You said, as an author, does it scare you? My stuff was plagiarized and put on the internet and, bootlegged and like way before AI was a thing. I guess it doesn't freak me out because it doesn't help me to be freaked out by it. So I just really want to encourage you guys that if it sounds crazy, like exactly like it said, think of a problem you have in your life that you're like, I'm really having a hard time getting a solution. Honestly, I find it so entertaining. I've asked it about like remodeling the house, and does it think I'm capable of like, hey, do you think I can re-glaze windows on a 1928 Spanish style house? It's like, yeah, girl, here's 4 books to buy. Here's these 3 videos to watch. Here's the steps to take. Like, it's so practical. So highly recommend. Please enjoy. I wish I had that's my answer. I love answering questions for you guys. I hope that you got something out of today's episode. If you did, be sure and send this to a friend. And if you are not already signed up for the Sunday newsletter, it is so fun. I changed the format. So every single Sunday, it's 4 things, just like tight, concise, digestible, easy to read, fun. It's something you want, something you need, something to try, and something to read. So it's a product I love. It's a book that I recommend. It's a mindset. It's a hack. It's an idea. I know you're going to love it if you haven't checked it out. There are no affiliate links. There are no ads. I'm not selling anything. It's just stuff that I love and think you will love too. We will put that in the show notes so that you can sign up for the Sunday newsletter, and I would love to see you as part of that community. We will be back soon with more conversation. Until then, as always, I love you and I'm rooting for you.
The Rachel Hollis podcast is produced by me, Rachel Hollis. It's edited by Andrew Weller and Jack Noble.
If you're sleeping hot and sweaty, it's impossible to get a good night's sleep. And if your solutions are blasting the AC high all summer and doing constant pillow flips, you've got to check out Coop Sleep Goods. Coop combines advanced cooling technology and personalized comfort to create pillows that help hot sleepers stay sweat-free all summer. The fabrics are breathable and cool to the touch, so you feel an instant chill the moment you lay down. Designed for 50% more breathability, the innovative fill helps you sleep cooler and more comfortably. They also have Tencel sheets that are naturally cooling, lightweight, and feel buttery soft on your skin. If it's not your coolest sleep ever, return it with no questions asked using their 100-night sleep better guarantee. And right now, you can get 20% off your first order. Visit CoopSleepGoods.com/cool-summer to redeem your offer. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/cool summer.
At Capella University, learning online doesn't mean learning alone. You'll get support from people who care about your success, like your enrollment specialist who gets to know you and the goals you'd like to achieve. You'll also get a designated academic coach who's with you throughout your entire program. Plus, career coaches are available to help you navigate your professional goals. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.